everybody, it's Mel from Mack Acting Studio. What is the best way to stay in touch with agents, managers, and casting directors? Here's my advice. If you're taking casting director workshops, a lot of times where you're taking the workshop will give you the casting director's email. That's the best way to stay in contact with casting. You don't need to be emailing them obsessively, every week. I think once a month, keeping in touch with casting, like, hey, how's it going? I just booked X, Y, and Z commercial, or I just went in for this audition and I got a call back, or I'm working on writing my own web series. Hope you're doing well. Would love to see you soon. Something as simple as that on a postcard can really go a long way. I find the biggest thing that actors don't do is they don't have any consistency in how they're staying in touch with industry. A lot of times I'll ask people like, oh, when was the last time you talked to that casting director? It sounds like you did a really good job in front of them in your workshop. Oh, maybe a year ago? You have to think about the amount of actors that casting directors see. I know for myself on the commercial side, we see about 500 actors a week. That's 2,000 actors a month. That's 24,000 actors a year. That's a lot of actors. If I've never seen you before and you're coming in for the first time, I'm probably not going to remember you unless you send a postcard. There was an actor who, he's now in Los Angeles, but he would audition for us a lot at House Casting, and every time he would leave a thank you note, but a personal thank you note, like, hey Mel, it was great seeing you. Thank you for this opportunity. I hope your dogs are doing well. Because we had this conversation about dogs one day when he came into audition. And I really liked that. And I remember him because of that. It never felt false or fake. It felt very genuine to who this guy was. So I think it's really important for you, to set up a Google sheet, make a list of casting directors that you've seen or that you've been in for or that have called you back. Make a list of other casting directors that you want to get in front of for, that maybe are casting television shows that you're right for, or theater projects that you know that you're right for. And then stay consistent. Once a month, stay in touch with them. I feel like everybody, emails, and they do blanket emails or blanket postcards where it's just the same thing to every casting director, instead of boiling it down to a really small group of casting directors or agents or managers, and you're just consistently staying in touch with the industry. And listen, this is a marathon, it isn't a sprint. And so I think if you can start to look at it that way and be consistent with how you follow up to make sure that you're getting in front of casting that cast shows or commercials, or they do projects that you're right for, so that you're putting your money in the right place. It's really important for actors. A lot of times it can feel like you're throwing spaghetti against the wall, like, oh, I should do this. Oh, I should do that. Oh, let me do this. And, you don't really have a clear cut plan or a vision for where you want to be. So I hope these tips are helpful. If you have any comments or questions, just pop them in the box below. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel, like us on Facebook, check us out, DM us on Instagram, and I will see you soon.